Good morning. Welcome to the media briefing. First, I'll invite the Chief Executive to speak. Good morning. Last week, Hong Kong successfully held the signing ceremony on the Convention on the Establishment of the International Organization of Mediation, IOMED. It carries great significance to Hong Kong. I would like to thank once again the central authorities for supporting the setting up of the headquarters of the IOMED in Hong Kong. Mr. Wang Yi, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and the member of the Political Bureau of the CBC Central Committee, came to attend the signing ceremony. There were also high-level representatives of over 80 countries and about 20 international organizations were there to witness the signing of the convention by 33 parties. This will help to expand Hong Kong's international network. Since I took office, I've been actively expanding the international network of Hong Kong. I've asked for the holding of more international conferences in Hong Kong. In particular, asked for the holding of international conferences with new themes that will help to expand our international network and create new opportunities for Hong Kong. In the past 3 years, we have actively promoted the holding of international conferences for the first time in Hong Kong on various subjects. That includes the Global Talent Summit, the Youth Summit, and other the Internet Asia Summit, and so on. So all these conferences were held in Hong Kong for the first time. In June, there will be 2 other international conferences to be held in Hong Kong for the first time. The first one, that is the International Science, Technology and Innovation Forum of Bao Forum for Asia, Hong Kong Conference. The other is the International Conference on Roads and Tunnels. They will be, the 2 conferences will be held on the 6th and 7th in June and 12th and 13th of June respectively. The International Science, Technology and Innovation Forum of Bao Forum will help to promote international cooperation. This is an important platform for such a collaboration. The forum is held in Hong Kong for the first time. So with technology, we could lead the development of future development. And there will be over 800 top experts, scholars, and leaders, business leaders, and so on, to come to Hong Kong. There are a number of heavyweight speakers who speak. That they include former head of states, renowned scientists, and so on. This forum is held in Hong Kong for the first time. This will further enhance our competitiveness and influence on innovation and technology. This will help to expand the international network in the area of I&T for Hong Kong. Now, Hong Kong has been achieving successes in the development of I&T. We are ranked 3rd in our technological competitiveness. And on building relevant ecosystems, we are also ranked high in the world. And then we also see a record high in the employment of IT talents. The second conference, that is the International Conference on Roads and Railways 2025. The theme is building smart green transport infrastructure. So there will be discussion on the latest technological advancement in this area. And then we will also showcase the visions of Hong Kong in promoting transport infrastructure based on the 2030 strategy. and the British, Swiss, German, and experts from different places, including Hong Kong, will together explore the trend of development for railway infrastructure. So that will help us again to build an international network in this field. In an international survey this year, our public transport system was ranked first. And in another public transport index study, we considering the efficiency and so on of transport infrastructure in 70 cities, Hong Kong was ranked second. The international conference is of a high level and it will be of a high quality, and that will bring to Hong Kong high-end business travelers. So we will continue to strive to host more international conferences in Hong Kong. For example, next year, there will be the plenary session of the National Sports Federation and Olympic Committee. This is the highest governing sports body, and then there will be representatives from 1,200 representatives from overseas and Hong Kong and the mainland. Hong Kong will continue to strive to host more international conferences in Hong Kong and expand our international network. We will elevate our status as an international city and create more opportunities for Hong Kong. Thank you. Now the floor is open to questions. Please raise your hand and please limit yourself to 2 questions. The lady in white there. Good morning. I'm from Cable News. Now, Mr. Zhou Zi took up office, and 3 days later, he went to visit the company. Does it mean that he attaches great importance to people's livelihood? And tomorrow is the 4th of June. If there are people in Causeway Bay or Victoria Park, holding a lit candle or wearing clothing with certain slogans, how do you strike a balance in relation to freedom? And then, and if people go near the area that night, would they risk breaking the law? Mr. Zhou has rich experience in local governance. He's from the central authorities. He has rich experience in Hebei province, and then in the Henan province, he held various offices. He was the member of the Standing Committee, and he was deputy vice governor and deputy secretary general. So he went to visit local districts 3 days after he took office. That shows he cared very much about Hong Kong, and in particular the situation in the local districts. I met with Mr. Zhao twice in a week. It's because I believe if we could enhance communication and understanding with the liaison office, it would be good for Hong Kong. The liaison office helps to promote exchanges and collaboration between Hong Kong and the mainland. In the past 2 years or so, Mr. Zhao worked at the Hong Kong and Macau Work Office of the CBC Central Committee. He was responsible for formulating policy and providing advice on policy making. In the past 2 years, when Mr. Zhao was the Executive Deputy Director of the Hong Kong and Macau Work Office of the CBC Central Committee, I worked with him closely. I have great respect for Mr. Zhao as a person with integrity, and he's also a pragmatic official. He stated openly that he would fully implement the one country, two systems principle and the principle of patriots administering Hong Kong. He also stated that he would support the chief executive and the SAO government in their governance in accordance with the law. On Hong Kong's journey from stability to prosperity, we enjoy opportunities of arising in the country and overseas. How do we seize upon the national opportunity so that the central authorities are fully aware of the situation in Hong Kong and then formulate policies suitable for Hong Kong? Well, that is an important duty of the chief executive. Now, if we keep in good communication with Mr. Zhao, that would be very positive for the development of Hong Kong. That's why in a week I met twice with Mr. Zhao. Yesterday, I paid a reciprocal visit to Mr. Zhao because on the second day of taking up office, he went to the government house to meet with me to exchange issues in relation to the opportunities and challenges that Hong Kong faced. And so in the reciprocal visit, I welcomed him again to his new post, and then we have forged a strong consensus. So we will work together in fostering understanding and communication. This will make sure that there will be steadfast implementation, one country, two systems, and the long-term stability of Hong Kong. Now, on activities, on whichever day they are held, they must be held in accordance with the law. There must be no breaking of the law. The law enforcement agency will target illegal activities decisively and in accordance with the law. And here I would like to send a reminder of endangering national security is a serious offense. So the government would definitely act in accordance with the law and enforce the relevant national security law to target activities endangering national security. Thank you.
Next question, the reporter on the right-hand side.
Some English questions from RTHK. So first, can you tell us more about the way forward between your administration and the Beijing Liaison Office with the new appointment of Mr. Zhou Ji? And the second question, how will the government proceed with a review on tunnel tolls after taking back Tai Lam Tunnel? And will that have any implication on new infrastructure such as the Central Kowloon routes? Thank you.
The work of the liaison office of the CPG's government in Hong Kong, SAO, is to facilitate exchanges and cooperation between Hong Kong and the mainland and enhancing interactions between the two places. I think good communication and understanding with CPGLO will be beneficial to both the governance of the Hong Kong government and also in assisting central government in designing policies for Hong Kong. I think communication and understanding is important so that the actual situation for Hong Kong is correctly reflected, and also the aspirations and requests of the Hong Kong government can also be duly reflected. I respect Director Zhou because he has a humble personality and a pragmatic character. In my dealing with him while he was working in the Hong Kong Macau Work Office in the last 2 years, my communication with him was very good, and it was always a pleasant experience. He has a lot of local administration experience, and he takes the interests of Hong Kong close to his heart, and he is a staunch supporter for the faithful and correct implementation of one country, two systems principle, which, of course, is the cornerstone for the success and prosperity of Hong Kong. So I will work my very best to ensure that my communication and understanding with Director Zhao and also with the liaison office as a whole will be enhanced so that the best policies for Hong Kong will be made as a result of full and accurate reflection of the situation of Hong Kong. And I thank Director Zhao for stating categorically and publicly that he will continue to support the Chief Executive and the Hong Kong SAR government to dutifully govern Hong Kong in accordance with the law. A good communication and liaison with the CPGLO will benefit Hong Kong as a whole, especially it is in the interest of the people of Hong Kong and in the long-term stability and prosperity of Hong Kong. As regards government taking over the Thailand tunnel and implemented Hong Kong e-toll, we've already seen that the tolls for different kinds of vehicles have dropped significantly. And the drop ranges from about 20% to 80%. And the drop for example, a private vehicle, if we talk about the off-peak time, the reduction is something like 70%, which is a reduction from $58 to $18. But because we have adopted e-toll, it gives us the flexibility of fixing different charges at different time for different vehicles. So the e-toll allows us to do a good rationalization of traffic control and overall traffic enforcement. And I'm glad to see that now all tolled tunnels in Hong Kong have implemented the free flow tolling service. They don't have to stop when they pay their toll. In assessing which tunnels will be charged, I think the budget has already laid down a good framework for this to be tackled. The budget has already stated very clearly that a lot of money is spent on building and also managing the different tunnels and trunk roads. So there are several principles I think we should adopt. First of all, users pay, I think, is a fair policy. And there's a need to have charges for particularly major tunnels and trunk roads because there is a need for traffic management. And charges will help in managing the traffic flow. And it will also help to ensure that public transport will be given priority in the use of the road. And it will also ensure that there will be a maximum efficiency as a result of good traffic management. Then, of course, in assessing how much will be charged, the public's affordability will be taken into consideration. Overall, we have about 19 sets of government tunnels and trunk roads. 9 of them are toll tunnels. We will continue to make assessment of the different tunnels and trunk roads to examine how we'll go about deciding the tunnel charges. Then, of course, priority will be placed on the tunnels which the charges have remained unchanged for a long, long time, because that means because of inflation and various factors, the charges do not actually reflect the present situation. And then, of course, another priority will be new tunnels or new trunk roads, because they will be open up for use. So we need to design the appropriate level of charging. Central Kowloon route will be completed at the end of this year. Yes, we will design the appropriate charges, and we will also report to the electrical panel appropriately. Thank you.
好，最後一條題問，右手邊。
Last question.
I'm from Now TV. I want to ask about the director of the liaison office again. Now, I'm sure you knew in advance. What do you think Mr. Zhao Ji will be different from his predecessor in his working style? And the government said it would explore charging for the Central Kowloon route. But then when it sought funding approval, you did not mention the charging of toll. So are you going against your original intention? That's what members accuse you of. And then for some tunnels charge tolls, others don't. So will there be a standard arrangement in future to charge tolls for all tunnels and trunk roads? Now, it's just normal replacement of directors of a liaison office because we learned about the new appointment upon the reading the press release. But this is a normal arrangement to for the directors to change. Now, I worked with Mr. Zhao previously. And for Mr. Zhang Yanxiong, his term was for 5 years, and that was when Hong Kong moved from chaos to stability and from stability to prosperity. And during the and then Mr. Jiang was also the director of the National Security Office in of the Central Authorities in Hong Kong. He witnessed all the changes. Now we have moved from chaos to stability, and we move transitioning into stability to prosperity. And then Mr. Zhang helped the SL government in stopping the violence and in helping Hong Kong move to the new stage from stability to prosperity. And as for Mr. Zhao Ji, I've known him for 2 years. Now he became the executive deputy director of the Hong Kong Macau Work Office of the CPC Central Committee. I worked with him closely. He's a person with humility, and he was pragmatic, and he's pragmatic in his work. So I have great respect for him. Now, Mr. Zhao Ji has rich experience in local governance. So 3 days after he took office, he visited a local community that shows that he cares very much about the local communities. And then, of course, we've enhanced the electoral arrangement for the district councils. District councillors, the free local committees, and the care teams are now playing an important role in district governance. Now, in Hong Kong, now we are promoting both development and security, because for development to take place, there must be first a secure environment. We believe we have now set up the relevant legislative framework for promoting security, so we are able to ensure security now. And I have confidence in that. On different occasions, I stress that we are not sparing no effort to promote economic development for the benefit of the people. Because for any government, the ultimate goal for them is for the public to live happily, and then we could all share in the dividends of economic development. So the ultimate goal of economic development is for everyone to benefit in the process, so that they could all enjoy a better life. That is the focus of my policies in future. Now, there is now assurance of security, so we need to spare no effort in promoting economic development and for the benefit of people's livelihood. And I will seize upon national opportunities. So that's why I take very seriously opportunities arising from the country. So we'll make good use of the national policies and integrate into national development. At the same time, I visit different countries and cities to create new markets and opportunities for Hong Kong. Because Hong Kong now faces challenges, at the same time, we see opportunities. So I want to make sure that we have better opportunities in developing our economy. Charging a toll for the Central Kowloon route. Now, with the Tai Lam Tunnel or the Central Kowloon bypass, when we charge a toll, we uphold several principles. First of all, for major infrastructure, they cost much in terms of public money, and then we also need a lot of resources to operate these facilities. That's why it's appropriate to adopt the user pays principle. Of course, there is also the angle of traffic management. If we charge tolls, it will have influence on the pattern or the habit of drivers. And of course, we always give priority to public transport first on using roads. So we will conduct studies, and then if we consider charging a toll, we will consider the affordability of the public. The Central Kowloon route will be open to traffic this year. So we will therefore look into the issue, and we'll see if we should charge a toll, and then we will soon go to the relevant panel of the Legislative Council to give a report. Thank you. That's the end of the media session. Thank you very much.